In the depths of grief, when our hearts ache and our spirits feel shattered, we turn to the words of Psalm chapter 34, verse 18, which reminds us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This verse is a beacon of hope, assuring us that even in our most vulnerable moments, God is with us, extending comfort and the promise of redemption. You see, it is during the darkest moments of our lives that we need comfort, when we need the comforting embrace of God's light. And take it from me, I understand the pain of loss all too well. When I lost my mother to cancer, it was hard. I was just in my teens and the roller coaster of emotions was overwhelming. I felt the sadness, anger, confusion, and everything in between. My emotions were all over the place. As I navigated through the loss, I found myself in a seemingly never-ending abyss of sorrow. Each day was a struggle, and the weight of grief felt unbearable. During these challenging times, I often wondered why. Why did this have to happen? Why was life so cruel? It was a question that echoed in my mind, haunting me. But it wasn't until I fully trusted God's plan that I began to see a glimmer of light amidst the darkness. I realized that God has a plan for each of us, even when that plan includes a moment of profound loss and pain. I found peace in unexpected places. My faithful companion, my dog, became a source of immense comfort. His unwavering presence, his joyful spirit, and his simple ability to bring a smile to my face, even on the hardest days, cheered me up. It was during these moments as I looked into the eyes of my loyal friend that I began to understand. God's plan is not always revealed to us in its entirety. Sometimes we're asked to trust, to have faith, even when the path seems unclear. Through the profound power of faith and spirituality, I found a path toward healing, hope, and transformation. It wasn't an instant fix, but a gradual process of surrendering to God's plan and allowing it to unfold. And if you're watching this video, trust me, you can too. You have the strength within you to embrace God's plan, even during the darkest moments of your life. Just as I discovered, sometimes it's through the trials and tribulations that our faith deepens and we uncover the profound beauty of God's purpose. So, as you navigate your own journey through grief, remember that God is with you. Allow yourself to trust, to have faith, and to find peace in unexpected sources of comfort. And if you ever find yourself in that dark place, know that there's a path toward healing, hope, and transformation waiting for you. Now, another thing I wish I had during this time was a YouTube community to be a part of. That is why we created this YouTube channel. So consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell for more daily videos just like this. Grief is a common and natural response to losing someone we love. It's like a heavy cloud of sadness that hangs over us during these times. Did you know that many people experience grief? In fact, it happens to just about everyone at some point in their lives. So, if you're feeling this way, you're not alone. Grief is a normal part of life, and it can be tough. When we grieve, we might feel a mix of sadness, anger, and confusion. It's all part of the process. But here's something important to remember. Spirituality, which means connecting with something bigger than ourselves, like God, can be a source of strength and comfort. It can help us navigate through the difficult times of grief and find hope even in our most challenging moments. When we face loss, we often need something spiritual or meaningful to hold on to. It's a universal human experience. We seek answers about life, death, and what comes after. Spirituality helps us find meaning in the midst of our pain. Many people turn to their religions or spiritual traditions for support during times of loss. These traditions offer age-old wisdom and rituals that help ease our suffering. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or other practices, they provide a framework for us to navigate our grief. Religious and spiritual traditions offer comfort by assuring us that we're not alone in our sorrow. They teach us that there's a greater purpose and plan even when we can't see it. These traditions provide guidance on how to heal, how to remember our loved ones, and how to find hope in the midst of darkness. In the Bible, we find comforting words in Matthew chapter 5, verse 4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. These words from Jesus bring a comforting message. They remind us that it's okay to mourn and feel the weight of sadness when we lose someone dear. In fact, it's a blessed acknowledgement of our humanity. This verse directly speaks to the experience of grief. It tells us that even in our deepest sorrow, God is there to provide comfort and support. It's like a gentle reassurance that we are not alone in our pain. In essence, this verse encourages us to lean on our faith during times of loss. It's an invitation to turn to God for strength and hope amidst the grief's darkness. Let me share with you a touching subscriber story from John, who faced a profound loss of his mother due to natural causes. John's journey through grief is a testament to the power of faith and daily prayer that helped him find God's light. Before the passing of his mother, John was navigating a life that didn't quite align with his passions and aspirations. He found himself stuck in a job that didn't fulfill him, a routine that left him feeling unfulfilled. He often grappled with the feeling that life was slipping by and he was merely existing. However, the loss of his mother, a person who had been the cornerstone of his life, deeply affected him. In the midst of his grief, he began to contemplate the fragility of life. The natural causes that took his mother reminded him that none of us are immune to the unpredictability of existence. As the months passed, John's grief gradually opened his eyes to a profound realization that life is short and uncertain. He began to see that time is a precious gift not to be wasted. His mother's passing became a catalyst for personal awakening. Every day, John embarked on a quiet 10-minute walk, not just to process his grief, but to reflect on the deeper meaning of life. In the peace of nature, he found comfort and connected with the Lord. These walks allowed him to confront his profound emotions and provided him with the clarity to reevaluate his life. John also dedicated moments each day to prayer, seeking strength and guidance from the Lord. Through these daily routines, he found a renewed sense of purpose and a lifeline to God's light during his darkest days. His story reminds us that even in the face of profound loss and doubt, faith and spirituality can guide us toward healing and hope. It's a testament to the transformative power of grief, how it can open our eyes to the preciousness of life and inspire us to live authentically, following our passions and embracing the light that God offers. Now, let's talk about some practical steps for embracing God's light. In times of grief, finding peace in God's light can start with prayer and meditation. These practices can be like a soothing light for our soul. There are different ways to approach prayer. You can try intercessory prayer, lifting the burdens of others in your prayers, or a thanksgiving prayer, expressing gratitude for the time you shared with your loved one. Consider incorporating Bible verses into your prayers as well. These verses can infuse your prayers with strength and assurance, reminding you of God's presence and love during the moments of communication. In this YouTube community, we are here to support you on your journey through grief. Simply click subscribe and hit the notification bell to join our caring community. Seeking support within religion communities is vital in finding God's light during these times. These communities offer shared faith, emotional support, and meaningful connections. They can help you find comfort among those who understand the spiritual aspect of your grief. Spiritual leaders are guides during your journey through grief, providing wisdom and comfort. They are here to listen and counsel you through the complexities of grief. Often they use the Bible verses to offer comfort and guidance. These verses provide deeper insights into God's message of hope and healing, helping you find your way toward the light. Acts of kindness and charity can be a beautiful way to honor your loved one and connect with God's love. Think about what your loved one cherished. If, for example, they had a deep love for animals, consider volunteering at your local animal shelter in their name and honor. It's a meaningful way to remember them. Explore charitable organizations or community initiatives that align with their faith. By engaging in these acts of charity, you channel your grief into meaningful actions that reflect your spiritual values. These acts of love and compassion resonate with biblical teachings, reminding us of the importance of helping others in their time of need. Many individuals confront profound doubts and questions about spirituality and loss during the grieving process. Recognizing that these doubts are natural and part of the human experience is essential. They often revolve around the following common inquiries. Why did this happen? The loss of a loved one can leave us grappling with the senselessness of tragedy. We may question the purpose or meaning behind the suffering. Second, how can God allow such pain? It's not uncommon to wonder why a kind God would permit the anguish and heartache accompanying the loss. This question often comes from grief's profound emotional and physical toll on us. Is my faith strong enough? Grief can challenge one's faith, leading to doubts about the depth of one's spiritual beliefs. Many wonder if they are strong enough to endure this trial. Addressing these doubts and questions requires patience, self-compassion, and often support from spiritual leaders or communities. It's essential to remember that doubts are a natural part of the grieving process, and that seeking answers and comfort in spirituality can be vital to healing and finding God's light amidst the darkness of grief. In your journey of embracing God's light after the loss of a loved one, remember that you're not alone. Grief is a profound, challenging path, but also a path filled with opportunities for growth, healing, and transformation. Embracing spirituality during these times can be a source of immense comfort. It's okay to have doubts and questions. They are a part of the journey. Your faith, like John, can be a guiding light that can help us navigate the darkness of grief. John's story reminds us that even amidst sorrow, we can find hope, purpose, and a deeper connection with God. And his daily rituals, his walks, and his prayers became a lifeline that helped him rediscover the beauty of life. Remember, you have the strength within you to embrace God's light. Even on the darkest days, seek support from your faith, your community, and from within yourself. If you ever find yourself struggling, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Reach out to your community, and there are support organizations and crisis helplines available to provide the assistance you need. In your healing journey, remember that you are cherished, and there's hope even amidst grief. As you progress, may you find comfort, peace, and the radiant light of God's love guiding your way. Lastly, we invite you to stay connected with us by subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell. Together, we can continue to explore the profound ways in which faith and spirituality can lead us toward healing and hope. Thank you for being a part of our community. May you find strength and peace on your path, and may God's light ever shine upon you. See you in the next one.